All right, y'all. Time for me to go to work. Yep, once again, I want to welcome to the One Nycha Show. We do this show every Sunday at 4 o'clock, and I know we're running a little bit late today. I know that, but it took a little time. We had to get some things going. We had some guests that basically kind of popped up that we're going to add to the show today. You know, it's entertainment, y'all. That's how it goes. Right now, the weather in New York is about 90 degrees. It's sunny, and it is humid out there, so you guys want to make sure that you stay hydrated. That's for sure. Hey, what's up, Kim Tyree? I see you in the building right there, off the cuff. Hi, Kings. And then she goes, and Queen Sandrea.
When they calling for me, you got to crack my mic.
Yeah, we rocking and rolling, y'all. So, you might have noticed what happened, right? There's 2 streams going to the One Nycha page. Hold that real quick. There's 2 streams going to the One Nycha page. So one, you can see the video, and one, you can't see the video, so.
Okay. We gotta. Can I turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of that deal. All right? Just wanted to let y'all know what's happening.
Hey, Kim. Hey, Marvin, my brother.
Kim Tyree in the place to be. Yeah, looking good. All right, so now we got that going.
All right.
1, 2, 3, and bang.
Ooh, every time I turn, huh?
Yeah, every time you turn, you put the headphones into the mic. You do that.
Yeah, it
That
does
kind of a
what it
thing.
do, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Once it's feedback.
Right.
Welcome to entertainment, people. Yeah, the One Nycha Show. 4 o'clock. We started today at about 4:15. So it took a minute, but my week, Sandrea, has been going well.
What you did? Talk to me.
I'm in a mix of building a recording studio, and the last piece actually got delivered today.
Okay. This is the studio in your home.
Yeah, it's the studio in the crib.
All right.
So the last piece got delivered today, so I'm gonna go and now assemble it, put everything together. You know, I have the computers and everything. Everything is ready to go.
Soundproof room and all?
Yeah, room has been soundproofed. You know, because I want to be able to, I mean, one of the reasons why I'm doing it is because I want to be able to produce music for the shows, that we have our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's publishing free. We don't have any problems with Facebook or
Getting muted.
YouTube. Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the reasons. And the other reason because
They notorious for that.
for sure. And I'm the president of the label Hip Hop Boulevard
Okay.
/ Sony Orchard. So we're working on an album right now, and I wanted to have a place that I could record and mix records, and that's kind of been my week. Oh, the school thing.
Yeah, how's that going?
That's going really good. Big shout out to PS354 podcast, the Busy Bee podcast that they do every Friday.
Okay.
This is the 3rd and 4th graders, and what we're doing is we're teaching them how to broadcast.
Nice.
Right. So it's called the course is called the Introduction to Broadcasting. And it's these 4th graders and 3rd graders. And what's so crazy about that is you can see that they're really interested. And, I mean, some of them are like, I'm going to be a journalist, you know. And we teach them different jobs. We teach them the Rodecaster Pro. So they have, matter of fact, they have exactly what we have in the studio in their school.
Awesome.
So we teach them the Rodecaster Pro. So one person's the engineer. Then we have 2 microphones. One person's the interviewer. The other one's the interviewee. And we really do a whole program. So
building leaders.
Yeah, we're building leaders. And it's teaching them public speaking, which is really important. So big shout out to Principal Askew and PS354 in Queens.
Amazing.
What you got going?
So my week, of course, was blessed and busy as usual. On Monday, I did some door knocking with a candidate, and also I worked on some Dear Neighbor letters. for a few candidates, which was distributed already, and by their staff. And there'll be some more letters coming out this week, so I won't divulge the candidates' names, but they're people I'm backing like 100%. I'm going to jump into Wednesday. UES for BLM was our 1-year anniversary, which was very well attended. Shout out to Kim Tyree, who was there, Lakeisha Taylor for coming through. Marvin, our guest, was actually a key speaker, too, at our vigil one Sunday some months back last year. So, yeah. So Thursday, I went to support Marvin Mayfield and all of them that are backing the Clean Slate. They had a Clean Slate rally throughout New York State at Foley Square and other parts of New York State, so that was good. And I actually did a quick interview with him for the One Nycha podcast, so anybody can scroll through the pages and find it, or we could probably push it out again. And that was great, and he's here today, and you'll hear from him shortly. Thursday evening, I was a panelist at a tenants' rights town hall hosted by Councilmember Ben Kalos and other elected officials. The public advocate was also there. Of course, when he shows up, he only speaks and he bounces. Sadly, he never stays on, even on his own, shows or town halls he does. He'll speak and he leaves.
Yep.
And that's like I can't understand that. But anyway, that's him. On Friday, jumping into Friday, the Homesizers Coalition, we had a virtual court appearance. As y'all know, we sued Nycha on December 13th of 2019 in HP Action, which is a housing parts lawsuit, if anybody doesn't know what HP stands for. And our case is actually still going strong. But it's been a long time, and we really would like to see something,
some justice.
Yes, a settlement, some kind of settlement that, would be appreciated by all the residents that are living in these inhumane conditions. I'm going to jump into Saturday now, moving. I attended a funeral of, I'll just shout out the Crawford family, the Horton family, Lennon family, and all of them. I attended their Auntie Lois service, and when I was there, it was good to there. I spoke a little bit, and then when the organist, the pastor that eulogized the service, when he got on the organ, I was like, "What you about to play?" And he said, "What you want to sing?" And I said, "Going Up Yonder." That's my song. So I wound up singing at the service. So that was a blessing for the family, for me to do that for them. And then at 1 o'clock, the Homesizers Coalition hosted our bi-weekly food distribution. And we were blessed to have Manhattan District Attorney candidate Alvin Bragg, who I personally endorsed. He came out actually to serve as well, but we had enough manpower, so he got to meet the people, and that was a really highlight of my day. And then I did my normal vigil visit, and hosting that. And then that evening, I got a text from Adrian, which is Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney's press secretary, and she was like, "Are you around this evening?" And I was like, "Well, I'm here now, and I'll be back at 8:30. So they set up to come around at 8:30. She said the council member want to come visit you and say hi. She hadn't seen you in a while, right? Yeah. So, okay, I'm like, cool. So I toured her through the developments, Isaac and Holmes, and she took selfies with residents. She talked to a lot of them. She went to the park where they were going to do the infill, where it was slated in 2015. That was a 4-year fight for us. She was part of that. We were out there. She was happy to see that. And one of the funniest things was all the youth, the young men out there, were very respectful to her. They did the elbow bump and so forth. But one young brother said, "Hey, lady, you in the hood after dark?" I was rolling. But with that said, I was like, she's an OG. You don't know Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney. She is fearless. So shout out to her. Give her something. We had her on our show. And I'm jumping into today. My youngest labor pain, Jalen, he went back, him and my daughter-in-law, they went back to Rochester today. They left about 5 a.m., so I was up with them, prayed him safe travels. And today is the 370th consecutive day of, UES for BLM. So we're gearing up for our 400th day, and I know the June 2nd, we had our actual 1-year anniversary, which was amazing. Also, that was Wednesday, yep. And my granddaughter Shayla's coming today to hang out with me for about a week. So that's that. That's my week. So I'll be busy. I'll be dragging her around with me. She's 10.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
So Stan,
We love that. Hold on.
That's good stuff.
You gotta hit the button, baby.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
good stuff.
how
Good
was
stuff.
your
Good
week,
stuff.
Stan?
How'd it go, Stansky?
Well, actually, today is my birthday. You know,
Ooh,
so I'm a little older.
Wait, you ready? Wait, no, don't ask me to do it. You ready, Ron?
Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
You.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stan. Happy birthday to you. All right. Okay, so when we did it for Mike, you were the hype man. Today, can you take that down, brother? Like we live.
Turn the volume down on
Take
that.
the volume down, But funny, like you had it hype when I sung for.
I was looking for
Brother,
the beat.
right? I know, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna close it out the right way, okay?
I love
Okay.
the beat.
I felt like
So go
singing
ahead,
today.
Ron. I know. You let everybody know you skilled.
I could do something.
Yeah, you could do something. Go ahead,
Go
Stan.
ahead.
Tell us.
Well, actually, I'm a little tired today. I participated in a Black Lives Matter march yesterday, and we marched from Foley Square all throughout Manhattan, through Chinatown, and ended up in, I guess, Washington Square Park.
Okay.
You know, and we stopped traffic. We caused a lot of noise out there. We had drummers and all of that. You know, so it was really good to see that. You know, I'm very proud of the young people that was out there. You know,
organized it?
I think it was DSA.
Okay.
The New York City DSA. I'm not sure which chapter. You know, but there's a lot of these two movements. You know, there's a tenant and Nycha housing movement. Then there's a Black Lives Matter movement. You know, and then there's a homeless movement. So we're trying to eventually get all these various movements together because we all really fighting the same enemy, you know, in a certain sense, you know. So that was really powerful. Then we had a major victory for Nycha. The blueprint was not defeated, but you know, we put a pause on it. It was supposed to go up to the session, you know, and we had, I guess, Kavanaugh is his name. Got beat up at one of those meetings at the Residents to Protect Public Housing, of which Kristen's a part of. I would like to be a part of, in a sense, with Justice for All we are, but we also tape during the same time, so we can't always make those meetings. But you know, it was a lot of work being done, and I know for myself, the week was spent going in nice developments, and we were going to actually have a bus leave from Queensbridge to go to Albany on the 7th. And then we got the word that they were not going to bring it to session, you know, so we canceled the bus trip, but we're still going out there for a day of rage, you know. So we asking everybody who's participating in this show or watching the show, please show up on the 10th at 10:30 at Foley Square, you know, so we can really show the city and show the world, you know, what Nycha residents really feel about this blueprint. And we're so glad that it got defeated.
And we got to shout out all the organizations and all the residents that took part in this. You know, it wasn't one single, you know, fight, because the people have been fighting for years. Some people are new into this movement, and some people are veterans in it. But with that said, collectively, we all got it done, as well as you and everybody. One Nycha as well, right?
Absolutely. We definitely did our part. And you know, I know CAB was part of it, with the Asian tenants, and just a lot of organizations come together. You know, so it was a collective effort. Homes Isaacs, Justice for All, Seekers involved as well. I see them promoting it. You know, so it's a collaborative effort of a lot of effort.
Take root justice,
right? So it's just
our attorneys.
It feels good, you know, that a lot of organizations can come together. You know, because no one organization is going to be able to do this by itself. No one person is way too big, you know. So when we all come together, we can really flex our muscles.
It's a longevity fight. You need sustainability, and that's why you need bodies. That's what organizing is about,
that's
right, brother?
Right. So if people show up, I don't know if we had to fly, but it's going to be
we'll
on
get it up later.
We'll show you guys later. But come show up, show out.
Big shout out to Brendan Temple in the building. I see you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then last but not least,
and she wished you a happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. We have a community meeting coming up on the 16th of June. It's going to be in Astoria houses, where they're building up so many high-rise developments around Astoria, but there's no real money and funding going into the development itself. You know, so we're going to shed light on that and bring the residents together and really empower them and really fight. And unfortunately, that particular resident council president is for the blueprint. You know, and I also found out the resident council president of Ravenswood is for the blueprint. You know, so I have a meeting with her on Tuesday to kind of discuss it, you know. And I know there's always the question of agents or organizations, as well as the resident council presidents. How do we all work together? So we're gonna attempt to do that on Tuesday. You know, she's for it. I'm against it. Some of her board members were for it because they listened to her, but then when they heard the explanation of why the blueprint is very risky and will absolutely lead to privatism, she said she wanted to call a meeting. So, you know, we're gonna have that meeting on Tuesday, and hopefully I can change her mind about the blueprint, and we can move forward and just continue to crush this bill before it ever gets to the floor.
Funny Mike, how was your week?
Only if we had like a whole crowd right here. I'd be like, y'all know how my week was? They'd be like, oh, you know, it was smooth. It was type smooth.
But, smooth, Mike.
Yeah, it was smooth. But I don't know if I mentioned. I know I told you guys, but I finished. I got my bachelor's.
Congratulations!
Hey, congratulations!
Yes, my brother. You did with us.
You're a college graduate.
Yes, all right.
Yes,
in the
beautiful.
league, right?
Beautiful.
Right? I feel like I'm
Happy for
something
you.
right now.
Yeah.
You know? I'm over here thinking about which ring I should
You
get.
educated.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
That's right. Education.
Congratulations.
Yes.
No, congratulations, because that's, first of all, that's a major achievement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
We doing big things.
I know I do want to get my master's in theology, but I'm over here like, which master's should I get first? Because I do want more than one master's.
don't take that lightly. Like you did your thing.
That's a beautiful thing. Congratulations.
Yeah.
My aunt always told me education make you unfit to be a slave, so gotta
powerful.
sit there and get that.
That's right.
Makes
Gotta
you
keep that
unfit to be a
knowledge.
slave. I love that.
Yeah.
There's some
Knowledge is
truth.
power.
And happy birthday to Stan too from me.
Word up.
Yeah. You know
The old dude.
the elder statesman of the show here. I'm older than everybody here. So
Thank you all for coming out.
Who's that? Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Wait a
guys.
minute. You putting on a whole lot of stuff. You
Yeah,
playing around, huh?
no,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's the one you wanted to put in?
I've been working on it, but
Okay.
y'all keep going.
Okay. We ready for
What?
our guest?
Take it away.
Okay, so
I can stop that
yeah,
from
you got to
happening.
stop that. So right now Rock is playing on the board.
It
This
ain't
is
even me.
engineering. This is engineering 101. I'm gonna have to spank him.
I'm trying to figure out why is
Look, everybody, meeting after the show.
why is she coming through like that?
I don't know.
That page probably.
That's actually my that's my
Miss
video
Carolyn
for the
Maloney.
past. No, that's the other video that I did. But anyway, let's talk about our guest that we have here. You can't stop it.
Oh wait. I need 1 second.
You need a
y'all.
second, y'all. Sorry about
Let me
that.
find out why. Look at this. Oh, okay.
You
I
got
see
a
what's
lot. You
happening.
got a lot open.
All right, I see what's going on. Okay. All right. This is
All
the
right.
previous.
yeah, we're done with the technical. We got it. We got it together.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So, yes, everyone, I just want to I'm thankful to have our guest here today, Marvin Mayfield. He's a dynamic guy, an activist, organizer. We come from the AME Zion Church. If you know about the AME Zion Church, that's called the Freedom Church, right? So that's we are real organizers and activists. We really are out there in the field doing things. And I'm just going to let him speak and say what the work that he's doing right now and tell them about the clean slate and let them know how we can participate in it. I'm going to also make sure it's a call to action, if not tonight, by tomorrow, so people can reach out to the legislators. So take it away, Marvin, and welcome, my brother.
Thank you, my sister. Can I be heard?
Yes, you are. Yes, you do.
Loud and clear.
All right. Well, good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon, my sister Sondrea. So good to see you. Thank you for the invitation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she said, that we come from the AME Zion Church. And if y'all don't know, right, she's a preacher in that church too. So I was like, not surprised that she could keep the flow going. So that's y'all in good company. And congratulations, brother, on your degree.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Quite an accomplishment, man.
Thank you.
I feel it for you. Thank you. Congratulations and happy birthday, Stan.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody, for letting me be here today. I'm just going to take a few minutes of your time, but like Andrea said, my name is Marvin. I'm Marvin Mayfield. I am the lead statewide organizer with the Center for Community Alternatives, also known as CCA. Well, at CCA, we support and build power with people who have been directly impacted by systems of criminalization and incarcerations, along with working with their families. I'm talking about people who have been, traumatized, communities that have been devastated by incarceration. But we work with the formerly incarcerated and to build power with them and get their voices into activism, into organizing, because we know that, no power structure, no oppressor has ever been, they have never given up power. Power must be taken by might and by right. And this is why we fight. And this is why we organize the voices of those who have been directly impacted, because there's no stronger voice than those who know and have experienced it and said they're not going to take it anymore. So this is the people that we work with. So today I'm here specifically, well, maybe not just specifically, but mainly about the clean slate. As Andrea said, she was at a rally with us last week where we were out there, raising our voices and demanding that New Yorkers have a fair chance to not only just to live, right, but to thrive, to get a good paying jobs, to have housing in places where they can raise their families safely and have choices and gain housing and jobs, because people have been denied because of negative background checks and because of a criminal conviction record, right? So this is what the Clean Slate campaign is really about. It is to seal and expunge conviction records for people who have been or returning citizens coming from jails and prisons and have been facing all these barriers, So the power structure will always tell you, hey, well, why don't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps? But how are you going to pull yourself up by bootstraps? You don't even own a pair of boots, and nobody's going to let you in the store to get a pair. So this is the legislation that we're fighting for. Right now, there are some 2.3 million New Yorkers that have a conviction record. And out of those 2.3 million, 80% of those are Black and Latino.
Wow.
You go figure. Think about that. That's not something but that's by accident. Right. That is by design. It is because of over policing in our communities. It is a remnant of the days of Jim Crow and slavery, and it is a direct descendant of the criminal criminal legal system. And I'm not going to say the criminal justice system because there's no justice in it, but from the criminal legal system and the and the proliferation of incarceration. So this is what we are addressing right now. So these people that are still facing barriers, years, decades after conviction, a person may have got a conviction record 20, 30 years ago, and when they go to apply for a job, that's the first thing that pops up, and they get denied. One of our recent members of our organization just shared at the rally that we were at last week that he was incarcerated for 29 years. 29 years, right? So, and he had been home for like 13, 14 years. And doing the right things, trying to make it. He went on. Now this is like just mind-boggling. 400 interviews over years, and 400 denials because of a criminal background check. Wow! Now you think about that. That's just a perpetual punishment going on and on and on. Exactly. And we know that because of over-policing in our communities, this disproportionately harms Black and brown communities. Exactly. So this is the legacy of mass incarceration. This is the legacy of the prison industrial complex that we are saying that this is time to stop. So with this clean slate legislation, it's not just, no nonsense legislation that would alleviate these barriers for people. The clean slate is also a moral imperative, right? It's also an economic imperative, and it's a racial justice imperative that we are pushing for. So the Clean Act would do just what its title implies. It will provide a clean slate and automatically seal and expunge old conviction records once people's sentences have been completed. Wow. So, I mean, if there are any questions, Sandra, cut me off because you know I can go. Right?
I know. You a preacher too, though. You forgot to leave that out. You a preacher too yourself and the wife.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Like you said, hello.
Tell her hi, Heidi, my sister. Reverend,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay, congrats. So how can people, what can they do? Like, call the legislators, write them, tweet them. Like, what's a good call to action to tell our viewership? And we know with public housing, because this is a show not just, it's about public housing, but and beyond, because we bring to our viewership a vast